most of the people that I have done, and I was even surprised at times that, okay, wow, we were able to get it. Well, this is the mistaken part for a lot of people. And media has a different way of evaluating that thing.
Hi, this is Adnan Farooq Vlog. সবাই নিশ্চয়ই ভালো আছেন। বহুদিন ধরে আপনাদের অনেক কোয়ারি যে আমরা অস্ট্রেলিয়া মাইগ্রেশন অ্যান্ড কানাডিয়ান মাইগ্রেশন নিয়ে অনেক ভিডিও করছি, আমাদের চ্যানেলে আছে। আপনারা অনেকেরই একটা রিকোয়েস্ট যে আমেরিকান মাইগ্রেশন নিয়ে কিছু ভিডিও আপনাদেরকে বলি। তা আমার একটা সময় মনে হলো কি যে আমি ভুলভাল বিভিন্ন খবর না দিয়ে ইটস বেটার যে প্রপার একজন সাকসেসফুল ইউএস মাইগ্রেশন অ্যাটর্নির সাথে আপনাদের একটা ডিসকাশন করাই, তাতে করে যে ইনফরমেশনটাই আপনারা পাবেন প্রপার এবং ঠিকঠাক পাবেন। সো সেই অনুপাতে আমরা আজকে যে একটা সিরিজ আমি লঞ্চ করতেছি, ইউএস মাইগ্রেশন সিরিজ, সেই সিরিজে আপনাদেরকে সমস্ত ধরনের ইনফরমেশন দিবেন অ্যাটর্নি দিল্লিরাজ ফাট্টা, অ্যান্ড সেটা কন্ডাক্ট করবে হচ্ছে নওশিন। যেহেতু আমাকে ক্যামেরার পিছনে থাকতে হচ্ছে, লাইট ক্যামেরা ধরতে হচ্ছে এবং এটা দেখার জন্য থার্ড পার্সন কেউ নাই, সো আমি ক্যামেরার পিছনে থেকে জিনিসটা কন্ডাক্ট করছি এবং সিরিজটা শুরু হচ্ছে এখন।
সো আদনান ফারুক তো বলেই দিল যে আজকের এই সিরিজটা, আজকের স্পেশাল সেশনটা আমি কন্ডাক্ট করব, অ্যাজ আমি হচ্ছি একজন অ্যাঙ্কার। সো ঢেকি তো স্বর্গে গেলেও ধান ভাঙে, সো এখানেও আমি কাজটা করব। আর এই কাজটা আমার করার পিছনে আরেকটা রিজন হচ্ছে, এরকম প্রশ্ন কিন্তু আমাকেও আপনারা অনেক সময় করে থাকেন যে কেন কিংবা কিভাবে আমরা এতদিন এখানে আছি। শুরুতে একটা কথা বলে দিই যে আমার বাবা মা এখানে থাকেন, আমার বাবা মারা এখানকার রেসিডেন্ট, বাট আমি কিন্তু আমার বাবা মার থ্রুতে এখানে থাকি না, কিংবা তাদের কারণে কিন্তু আমার এখানে ইমিগ্রেশন হয়নি। কিভাবে হয়েছে সেটাই আজকে আলোচনা করব। আর সব কিছুর উত্তর দিবে আমার ফেভারিট অ্যাটর্নি। ফেভারিট বলার কারণ হচ্ছে তিনি ছিলেন আমার অ্যাটর্নি যখন আমরা আমাদের ইমিগ্রেশন প্রসেস নিয়ে অনেক দৌড়দৌড়ি করছিলাম। সো ফুল প্রসেসটা উনি আসলে হ্যান্ডেল করেছেন এবং তার কাছে আমি সব ধরনের ইনফরমেশনই জানতে চাবো, যে ইনফরমেশনগুলো আপনাদেরকেও হেল্প করবে এবং আপনারা যারা চান জানতে যে কিভাবে আমেরিকাতে মাইগ্রেট করা যায়, কে কে এলিজিবল, হোয়াট আর দ্য প্রসিডিওর্স, হোয়াট আর দ্য স্টেপস, সমস্ত কিছু নিয়ে আজকে আলোচনা হবে। So let's start. So this is my attorney, Mr. Dilliraj Bhatta. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good too. First of all, thank you so much for giving us time. And we have bunches of viewers, a lot of viewers who are our subscribers and regular viewers. They have a very common question that why are we here, me and my husband, I mean both of us, why are we here and how we could stay here for so long. The answer is yes, we are now the permanent resident of United States of America, but how did we achieve that? And another thing, Mr. Bhatta, like, not in Bangladesh, I think from every country, especially from that zone, right? Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, in that zone, people have a dream to be a permanent resident or a citizen of a country that is first class country, we say, right? So they have a dream, but many of them, they don't know how to proceed, or they might not think that they are not eligible. They also might not know that what are the possibilities, probabilities, eligibility, and the steps and everything. So basically that's why we wanted this session very eagerly. Yeah. So first of all, you tell me.
Well, I have been practicing law for many years. So when I talk to people, let's say you come to me or someone comes to me, and then I ask them a lot of questions. I say, what do you do? What have you done in your life? How old are you? Do you have a family, friends here? Do you have a job? Is there anything else you did in your country? I ask them a bunch of questions, and after that I know if they can get a green card here or not. Some people, because there are several ways of doing it. I think you know by now.
Yeah.
There are several ways of getting green card. There are family-based green card if you have certain family. Not all family,
Yeah.
Your family was not able to help you, but your career, your accomplishment, what you had done in Bangladesh was able to help you for the green card. I think, well, first of all, congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
I wanted to say that to you. And sometimes people get temporary work permit or work authorization or work visa, because there are several types of work visas. Interesting thing in South Asia, you mentioned that Bangladesh is only one of the two countries, Pakistan and Bangladesh, get E2 visa. Not South Asia, in other countries do not have that visa, by the way. That's very interesting. A lot of people have not used this. This is something interesting. We can go talk in detail about
we will
it.
talk about it because I never knew it before.
Yeah, because that is 1970s. US had a treaty with your country. That's why there is a special visa for people who can invest as little as $60,000 and then bring their whole family and continue to renew that for a long time. You know, that's just one way of doing business visa. But exactly, when people come to me, I understand their situation. Some people actually even call me from abroad. They are from their own country, and they send me their biodata sometimes. They send me their details, what they have done, what they have been doing. And there are several types of immigrations, visas, green card, temporary, permanent. They can be eligible.
Okay.
But unless I talk to them, unless I review their file, and then I can tell them, okay, you are eligible for this. But the truth is that sometime after looking at their whole profile, I may not be able to help them. It's not everyone that comes to me I can help them.
Yeah.
But most of the people who come to me, I can tell them fairly, accurately, okay, this is what you can go for.
Yeah, this is what I tell about you to every one of my friends, my families, or whoever want to come to you and talk to you. That if he feels that your file is good to go, then only he will take your file. Because I don't know. I know that I cannot work with this file, but then again, I'm not saying that no, I cannot work. So this is a very good thing about your farm, and I really appreciate it. So some people have this in mind that probably I'm not an actress, I'm not an actor, or I don't have that much of money, but what I have talent. I am working in a very good place in my own country or in my own zone. So for that, for them, there is opportunity, right?
Yeah, you already you brought a very interesting question. I had a client, it was a few years back, who had, this young kid, who had set a world record for shaking hands for the longest period of time, maybe
Really?
24 hours. So I was able to give them a green card. Can you believe this?
True?
Yeah. I'm not joking. If I list all the names and type of works we have done here, you would be surprised at how many interesting things that people have done, and there are several ways they can be eligible for, from journalists, TVs, front the camera, back of the cameras, business people, athletes, scientists, artists, education related. The field can be stretched. I think we are talking about this either O visa or EB1 a direct green card.
Mm-hmm.
For this, you don't even need an employer.
Yeah.
You didn't need your work to sponsor. All you have to show is your intention to continue to work in the same field that you were working before.
Yeah.
You don't even need an employer's letter, technically speaking.
Yes, I did not need a employer, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And even letter is also not enough. You can just show that, listen, this is what I've done in my whole life. What do you think I'll be doing after coming here? This is what I'm going to do. All they need to hear is that. Because they just want to make sure people just come in here and just don't misuse the visa. That's the logic behind this. Yes, for that, people like you, extraordinary ability, who have been in the front of the media, camera, and that requires a lot of talent. Yes, talented people, whether you are an app developer or successful businessman, computer software developer, it could be anyone. And this is actually one of the highest level of green card people can get in the United States. I want to give you an example. Albert Einstein got green card.
Yes, I know it.
So did Melania Trump.
Yeah.
She did under
Extraordinary ability,
model.
yeah.
We've done for models too.
Yeah, so I sometimes feel that I am like Einstein and Melania Trump.
Yeah, even let's say Miss Bangladesh, that happens every year.
Yeah.
They could directly be eligible
Yes.
right away
Yes.
without doing much effort.
Yes,
This young
yes.
lady, we have done that, which is a lot of people. So the list goes on, but I'm not saying everyone will be eligible, but most of the people that I have done, and I was even surprised at times that, okay, wow, we were able to get it. So There are several levels of immigrants visas: EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, EB5. They are numbered. A lot of people what are these numbers? I mean, there's a number that is given to by the USCIS, means employment extraordinary, EB1. So intra-company transfer, EB2, professors, national visa interest waiver. There are EB3s also, employer filing for master or higher education recipient, and their bachelor degree also, EB3 comes in there, EB2 for master, and then skilled, unskilled, EB4, EB5 is investors. So there are several under employment base only, but there are also from the family. If your husband, children, wife, either they are green card holder, husband and wife, they can bring their spouses right here, and children below 21 years right away. But if you are a U.S. citizen, you can bring your families, parents, wife, children below 21 years, that is there. But there are also other ways of getting green card. If someone already in the United States, let's say asylum is one of the things, if they have been victim in their own country. But there are also special immigrants, which is a Violence Against the Women Act. If they have been victim of any crime, U visa. After that U visa, they get green cards. So there are several ways, I mean, it could take maybe 10, 20 hours if we go each step and one by one. But it's so fascinating to see, this is, immigration has been changing,
Yeah, it changes every time, I remember, we used to chat over WhatsApp when I was in Bangladesh that this is happening or what is happening, what is the, status of my case and blah, blah, blah. So basically every time the procedures are changing, but there are constant rules of this immigration. So basically, I would like my viewers to know about these certain categories of the visas. Say, if we talk about EB1, there are many fellows, my colleagues, my friends, they want to know that who are actually eligible.
Yeah. Well, I think I briefly touched into this before. There are so many people. If, let's say, someone has, it doesn't matter how old you are. It matters what you have done in your life. That's interesting. Not only interesting, what were you able to accomplish it? Media is one of those things. That's part of the entertainment. Entertainment and art. Art goes way behind what we think art is. Even the people who draw, painters, performers, creators, anything related to art, who have accomplished to that level can be eligible. There are basic ways we can see who has accomplished what or not. And they should be known in their industry. That's all it matters. Same thing with the sports. Any sports people. I've done for cricketers. I've done for soccer people. You know some of the people, I think. And we have done for even minor related sports, but they have in their field, in their country, they were known at one point.
So basically, if we sum up that for this category EB1 extraordinary ability, you have to be known in your country, in your field, for your work, right? You have to be counted as one of the top 10 of your field, right?
Well, percentage, not individual within the top 10 percentage. Let's say, it's a national level of player. Anybody who plays in your national team would be a national level player. And media has a different way of evaluating that thing. There are 10 different categories we can come up with. All you need to meet three.
Yes.
So it could be anything. And as I said, sometimes, let's say Miss Bangladesh, for example, doesn't have to win anything else. One title is good enough.
That crown is good enough.
Because this is, either you have to have international award one. Let's say you have some Olympic, or you have Guild Artist Award, or Oscar, whatever it is. That's one is good enough. Or if you don't have that, three requirement in national level. So they have been published in national newspaper. They have won a couple of medals for championship in the country, and obviously they are known for that. So this is the people I think would be eligible for this.
Okay, so I want to ask you something, Mr. Bhatta. I remember when I asked you first time, you asked me, do you have that? I said no. Okay, so many people think the artists, basically the actors, singers and all, they think that they have that in mind that for this you need to have a national award. national award I'm talking about Bangladeshi context, right? The national award. The Prime Minister has to give the award to that artist. Only those are eligible. Is it true or wrong?
Well, this is the mistaken part for a lot of people. I know some people even told me, because I've been to Dhaka, they said, oh, I have been featured on national TV. And what they meant to say is, government on TV is a national TV. I said wrong. National television, national award means that is selected, national television that goes anywhere in the nation. That's a national television.
Yeah.
It's not only in, let's say, Sylhet or Dhaka. Same thing. Regional award means if the awards are in Sylhet, that's regional award.
Regional
but if
award.
it's selected from any organization can do that, by the way.
Yeah.
Any organization who does yearly nationwide artists, let's say for example, nationwide performers, nationwide competition of the championship, national championship of cricket, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Those awards are considered as national awards. So that's not a regional.
Yeah.
So regional versus national is not from the government versus non-government. No. This is not it. It is whether the pool of people they were elected, selected, one from the bigger pool of people or not is the only standard.
So I would like to have some time to explain this in Bengali to my viewers especially.
Yeah.
So basically এরকম আমি যেটা বলছিলাম আপনারা বুঝেছেন, যারা বুঝতে পারেননি তাদের জন্য আসলে যে ন্যাশনাল অ্যাওয়ার্ড লাগে কিনা EB1 এ কোয়ালিফাইড হওয়ার জন্য, যেটা মিস্টার ভাট্টা বললেন আসলে সেটা না। আপনাকে ওরকম একটা অ্যাওয়ার্ড থাকা দরকার যেখানে আসলে অনেক মানুষের ভিড়ে আপনাকে সিলেক্ট করা হয়েছে। সো ন্যাশনাল লেভেলের হয়তো একটা অ্যাওয়ার্ড হতে পারে, বাট নট যে বাংলাদেশ চলচ্চিত্র পুরস্কারই আপনাকে পেতে হবে, ন্যাশনাল অ্যাওয়ার্ড আপনাকে পেতে হবে। সো এটা একটা মিসকনসেপশন আমাদের মধ্যে আছে অনেকের মধ্যে। সো এটা আমার আসলে ক্লিয়ার করা খুব ইচ্ছা ছিল। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ।
Yeah, you have won some award. Those are all in the national in reputation.
Yes. Yeah, this is what it is, যে ওই রেপুটেশনটা মেইনটেইন করতে হবে, বাট নট যে একেবারে প্রাইম মিনিস্টারের হাত থেকে আপনাকে অ্যাওয়ার্ড নিতে হবে।
No.
Another thing, like many people think that for EB1 they have to come here. You know, the artist who works in Bangladesh in television or in cinema, right? They have to come here, stay here, only then they can apply. But this is also a wrong conception.
It's wrong because you know that's not true. We have done for a lot of people who have never been to this country.
Yeah.
And I know recently Trump had some ban against a lot of countries and a lot of visas because of pandemic and last administrations. That is, the policy was there. But it's going to be, it was always the law. It's just a temporary pause for issuing visa. But this law was always there. So even during pandemic, we got some approvals who are applying out of the country.
Yeah.
So yes, they can actually, if they're eligible, they can do it, no problem.
Yeah, they can do it from anywhere of the country. You know, it's like initially you have to file the petition.
Yeah.
That is I-140.
Yeah, I-140 with supporting documentations, and if they are in this country, we can
Yeah.
file work authorization, travel document, green card at the same time.
Yes.
But if they are not here, once the I-140 main extraordinary petition is approved, then the USCIS, Department of Homeland Security, sends the file to National Visa Center. Through National Visa Center, it goes to the Department of State. And this is when the embassy schedules an interview, and this is how you get it.
Yeah.
Yes, the embassy will also review if this person is genuine or fake based on the documentation. You know, sometimes people present unnecessary documentation which is not even needed. But they will not do anything if everything appears to be right.
Yeah. So another question regarding this thing, that we did not have to face an interview.
Yeah.
But my fellow colleagues, my friends who are
Yeah.
from the same category, they had to face the interview. You know, the interview, facing interview and not facing interview. What do you think? There was a difference.
This is the thing. Here's the thing. Until 2016, when Trump took office, even 17, there was no such thing as interview for any employment category. You just come to home.
Okay.
There was interview only for marriage-based green card only. Okay. So he changed this policy just to look tougher on immigration. So this does not make a difference even if you go for interview. This interview is not for only extraordinary. This is not for extraordinary petition. This is only for green card petition. So green card is something they just want to make sure that there are no criminal backgrounds, there is no national security threat. Those things they want to verify that's about it. It lasts. I attended a couple of interviews before the pandemic, and it lasts 10-15 minutes. That's it. And it's nothing but they say, have you ever committed any crime? Have you done? They read out the whole form. This is about it.
Okay.
But for you, you did not get interviews because a couple of reasons. First of all, it was pandemic; they are not doing an interview. Plus, this was just done by administration with no genuine purpose of interviewing people. We have a lot of people who haven't had interviews these days because of pandemic. But I also think it will be reversed because we have a new government now from tomorrow.
Yes, but what do you think? The new government will start the interviewing again?
No, it's going to take some time for them to change whole policy because Trump administration had changed about 500 immigration policy, of course, to the worst way. Not a better way, but the bad way. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think, as an attorney, that the Trump administration is not here anymore? The Biden administration, what would be the possibilities or probabilities or the quantity of getting immigrants in this sector, in this administration?
Well, one thing I can definitely tell you that this upcoming government is going to be much better for immigrants than the outgoing government.
In all categories?
In all categories. It's a whole, even including asylum related thing. He's trying to, last administration had reduced to 15,000 refugee acceptance. Now he's going to go 125,000. That's what he has proposed. It will take some time, but things are changing. Actually, I was reading news today. They might propose 11 million people to pathway to citizenship in order to legalize them. That's what they have been talking about. But it remains to be seen. Maybe we'll know very soon how it is proposed.
We will wait for that. Basically, আমার EB1, আমার যে ক্যাটাগরিটা ছিল সেটা নিয়ে আপনাদের সাথে একটু মানে বলার ইচ্ছা ছিল। আমার অ্যাটর্নির সাথে আছেন, তার মাধ্যমে আমি বলতে পারলাম, এটার জন্য আমার ভালো লাগছে। বাট এই পরের ভিডিওতে, মানে এই ভিডিওটা আমি এখানেই শেষ করছি, বাট এর পরের ভিডিওতে আমরা আসলে বেসিক্যালি আরেকটা ক্যাটাগরি নিয়ে আলোচনা করব। সেই ভিডিওটা দেখলে হয়তো আপনাদের যাদের মনে হবে যে আমরা তো আর্টিস্ট না, আমরা তো সেলিব্রিটি না, আমরা কি করে করব, তাদের জন্য হয়তো হেল্পফুল হবে। আপনাদের যদি কোনো কোয়ারিজ থাকে, আপনাদের যদি কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন্স থাকে, কিংবা আপনাদের যদি কোনো ইচ্ছা থাকে যে এই ক্যাটাগরি নিয়ে আমরা জানতে চাই, প্লিজ কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন। আমরা ডেফিনেটলি চেষ্টা করব আবার এভাবে সেশন করে সেই আনসারগুলো দেবার। এবং সেই সাথে আপনাদের যদি আমাদের সাথে কন্ট্যাক্ট করার কোনো ইচ্ছা থাকে, কিংবা আপনি যদি চান যে কন্ট্যাক্ট করে আরো বেশি এলাবোরেটলি জানতে পারবেন, ডেসক্রিপশন বক্সে আমাদের ইমেল আইডি দেওয়া আছে, ফোন নাম্বার দেওয়া আছে, প্লিজ ফিল ফ্রি টু কন্ট্যাক্ট আস। আমি এখানে ভিডিওটা শেষ করছি, দেখা হচ্ছে নেক্সট ভিডিওতে।